This is an educational video. Contents are for adults 21 years of age or older. We're legal. Nothing is for sale. I'm not providing any sources. I'm only documenting my growth.
Good day, mates. This your boy, Captain Pierce, here with another grow video. No, I'm just joking with you. What's good, world? This your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. I appreciate you coming through, checking out this video, wondering what's happening, whatnot, what have you. Welcome, friends, family, aliens, and strangers all across the globe.
Drop a like, mate.
Speaking of aliens, ladies and gentlemen, you see this here soil mixture? Yeah, we're testing some things out here with a new grow series or grow video. This is something that you like. Make sure you drop a comment, like, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification to be notified when we upload or when there's new uploads being uploaded. We got this here experiment to grow or grow series going, where we have this here Gigawatt by Grow Peaceful. This is going to be an ongoing series, so if this is something you like, drop a subscribe for more videos like this. These grow series are going to be sponsored by Grow Peaceful, but more of that in the video a little bit later on. But for now, let's get right into it. Right now we're just watering in the soil and just moistening up the soil, because when we received this here Gigawatt by Grow Peaceful, the soil was a little bit dry. I wouldn't say a little, it was dry. So for now we're just gonna saturate the soil or get the medium moistened. Gotta get it moist. But yeah, so I'm just coming in and slowly watering her in little by little. Or it's not even her yet, it's just soil. So we're just watering the soil and getting the soil moist, so that we can come through and get a seed in. Because if the soil is dry and we try to put a seed into a dry soil, if we end up putting the seed into a dry soil, then we're gonna have the seed end up falling down into the soil deeper, which will make it end up either not rooting, or the seedling will root upside down or improperly, or you can also get no seedling to sprout, all due to all those variables. So the only thing I'm doing now is showing you that you gotta water it in and slowly wait for the water to seep into the soil, because if you just go ahead and water it in, the water is just gonna go through real fast and it's gonna be leaking through the pot. So take your time. All right, there we go, and we got her done. We're bringing her into the tent right now. We're gonna now put the seed into the soil. When I'm putting the seed into the soil, what I'm looking for is to try to get like the butt of the seed up into what is it, like the pit or the butt of the seed? Yeah. So for this kind of a grow experiment, this part of the seed, you want to go ahead and plant that seed part facing up. I don't know, it just gives you a little bit more of an advantage, or a little bit more growth success when it comes to growing, because I've had seedlings or seeds grow upside down due to situations where the seed was trying to find its way out of the soil. So in order for that to stop happening, I decided that, I'm going to try planting the seed in a certain way or different directions. I don't know what's growing without experimenting, what's growing without having fun and learning new ways or certain ways to grow and become more successful in the long run. Sometimes you have a good run, sometimes you don't. And sometimes those runs that are not good gives you a little bit of more of a learning curve so that you can bring that into the next row. So now that we got the seed into the soil, we're just gonna water a little bit in and just get them like the top of the soil moist or wet, whichever term you want to pick. We'll just watch as the water slowly absorbs into the medium.
And that's it. There's nothing to it besides moistening the soil with dechlorinated pH water to 6.5, and we just placed her into the soil with sort of the circle or the butt of the seed facing up, which gives it a little bit more better chance of the seed growing properly. We'll be back in about 3 to 4 days to see how things go, if it germinates or not. We're just gonna put one of these dome covers on top of it for now, just to keep humidity high. And there we go. We've got everything set up and ready to go. Time lapse is going, so we can get a time lapse at the end of this grow. But this grow we'll be uploading every week or every 2 weeks, just to give you guys a grow update or a continuation of a grow journal without having to sacrifice on content. So we're going to be releasing multiple forms of videos, where this grow is going to be going, and we're still going to be releasing our long form video. So if that's something you're gonna like, or if that's something you like, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell notification to be notified when a new upload is being uploaded. 3 days later, we're back in the 2.7 by 2.7 tent, and we're gonna call this day 1 of seedling for the Gigawatt. The seed shell is still on, so we'll give it about another day or so. If it's not off by tomorrow, we'll come through and manually do it. But we're gonna leave the dome on since the humidity in here is not that great, for the lack of better terms. Again, I'm not really a professional growing autoflowers. I'm just growing and going as I grow, learning. So if you got any tips and tricks for growing autoflowers, and if you even have some trial and tribulations with autoflowers, let me know in the comments below. There's like, yeah, a lot of us out here that's growing, but let's build a community with like-minded people where we can help each other out. We do got time-lapse growing for the grow as well, so yeah, stay tuned on that. So at the end of the grow, at least we have a time-lapse going for this specific grow. We do have time-lapse for this plant too, so stay tuned on that. But when new videos are being uploaded. And as always, it's your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. Now we're back. We've taken off the little seed that was of the seedling that was attached to the leaf. Sometimes the shell gets stuck. No big deal. Just go in there and take it all out. Left the dome on. Just give her a little bit more time to establish in the soil. We'll be back tomorrow and remove her off. Usually just come in after a day or so after she's fully been exposed to the actual air, by just coming in and taking her off for like an hour or so she can harden off on her own. And then after that I go in, put the dome back on. We now see the true leaves finally forming next to the condylium leaves, which are these leaves here, and the true leaf is right there. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow to check how things are. Not much that can be done. It's she's in seedling stage, so all we're doing is just hoping she doesn't die. That's all. Here just to water the surrounding of the seedling. We're not doing too much heavy watering, just because we still got a little, we still got a little moisture in the soil, but we don't have moisture around the edges here, so the seedling can reach out to some moisture. And that right there, ring around the rosy, pocket full of loud about the growy. Some fine white ashes that'll all fall down. No, I play too much. Sometimes you gotta entertain yourself when you're doing these things. You gotta entertain yourself.
In a world where the seedling has finally taken root and has grown to a reasonable size that she needs watering. Stay tuned on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'm joking with you. But yes, we're watering her in slowly. Not too much that we're drenching her. We're just giving the medium light moisture. Just giving the medium some water. Keep it hydrated. It is moist right there in the middle where the seedling is, but the surrounding areas are not. So if we can get just a little bit of watering around the side surrounding areas, I'll be fine with that. Again, water is pH to 6.5 to 6.8. Sometimes it goes up from 6.5 to 6.6. You know, shake the jug, whatever, a little bit. Yeah, then she goes up. Oops, I just bumped into the freaking time-lapse camera. Keep doing that. I need to figure out a way to move it somewhere else, because we're right here and yeah, it's not looking good. We're right here in the time-lapse. I keep bumping into it every time I water in the plant. So yeah, and that's how we're gonna give her, just a little bit of watering. That's about it. Nothing too fancy schmancy going on. We do got our, you know, probe so that we can see the VPD and whatnot in the tent. And she is sitting here growing along the side of some hydros. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I've gotten into some hydro right here. And this is what I've been up to for the last minute. This right here is a clone. We've been meaning to transfer or change the water. I did that, but that's for another video, so stay tuned on that. But we're here for this. Use Cosmic at checkout. Grow Peaceful. Check them out. They've got an abundance of soil that you can use for your grow. You don't just need the bucket. You can just oil. You don't need to order any kind of buckets. You can also, if you want to, order the soil if you don't want to order a bucket. So it's up to you. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and grab yourself a Grow Peaceful bucket with some top-notch soil. I don't know about you guys, but for some reason we had this pop after 3 days in the soil. And look at what she's looking like now. So yeah, she's looking beautiful. Can't complain. Not much of a big stretch going on as well. So probably the lighting is dialed in, possibly the way she likes, I don't know. And now we're testing this out, and I'll say that this is by far pretty good. All we have to do is sit here and water her in at 6.5 to 6.8, depending on how I feel that day. Alright, we'll be back the next day. So we went ahead and just propped her up a little bit, or propped the dome up just a little bit, just to get some air circulating in between her and the dome cup, so that we can slowly wean the dome off of the seedling. All right, and now we're back in the tent. We're looking at her, seeing how things are going for her, seeing how things are looking like. Dope. She's looking well. Not too much of a stretch going, not too little, so we're in the middle of in between. Day 6 in seedling stage. Again, this is one day after you're just watering around the edges or the outside of the plant just to keep the medium moist so that roots have something to grow into. Again, the only thing we did was just take the seed and just pop the seed into the soil, and 3 days later, boom, we had something growing from it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is an update one day later after watering. As you can see, she got a little bit bigger. Okay. We are back in the tent just to water her in a little bit around the base. She's looking beautiful. Can't complain. She's doing what she needs to be doing, and all we're doing is coming in and watering her with pH water 6.5, dechlorinated, of course. So let your water boil, leave your water to bubble, and with some air stones for 24 to 48 hours, then you'll be able to use your water. For me, I just used some buckets that I got from a hardware store, 5-gallon buckets that I got from a hardware store, and then I fill it up with water and air stone it. Not much to say about it, you know. But we're just waiting for this to get a little dry, so the water can uptake a little bit more, and then I'm going to add more water. She's a seedling, so she doesn't need that much water, so that's why I'm not really watering where the seedling is, because eventually the water will absorb into the surrounding areas and get to the middle of the plant, or get to the seedling. So we really don't need to worry about too much. I mean, if it looks like I'm watering a little bit too much, I'm not. I'm just slowly watering it in, waiting for the water to go down a little bit. As you can tell, the water's still at the surface, but it absorbing into the soil a little slow, which means the medium was dry. So it takes a little bit of time for the water to absorb into the medium. And there we go. Watered her in with some water that was pH 2, around 6.5 to 6.8, dechlorinated. Again, watering around the base, getting the soil moist. That's about it, just to keep the plant thriving. We're gonna leave the dome cover off for another 10-20 minutes, come back and place it back on. And that's what we're gonna keep doing until we see that she's perfectly fine without the cover, where we see leaves are standing at attention, or we see that the leaf is praying, somewhat like that. But all I gotta say is this soil is awesome. I like it. It's not much that I needed to do to it besides planting the seed and watching it grow. Again, if you're looking to grow and not worry about the hassle of growing, check out Grow Peaceful. They have a variety of things there, but their soil is something that needs to be looked towards or looked at a little bit more, because they got something going on there. Coming in here the next day, she's looking beautiful. Praying to the heavens.
In a world where the seedling is thriving, the perfect environment.
No, I'm just joking with you. But we're good. We're back. She's looking well. She's looking beautiful. Again, loving this soil mix. Looking nice. Got that beautiful in there. She's looking beautiful. like her true leaves. The calyx is looking nice and green as well still. No burns on the edges like my usual grows in the past have been. No tip burns as well on the new leaf growth. We'll be back next week. This will be the final visual before we come back and see her next week.
Thank you. Appreciate you checking out this here video. It's been a long video edit for this one. It's like 4 a.m. We'll catch you in the next one. And as always, this your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. Peace out.